Thus, Smash Brothers ESRB rating went from E10 to M for mature.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone, it's HotHeaded Commentaries with our first discussion video. We said we were going to do it a long time ago, and now we're finally getting to it. Our first discussion video will be on the Smash final presentation.
You should probably introduce our little guest. I say little.
Well, I don't need to introduce him. He can introduce himself, I think.
Hello, okay. I am Anthony.
I was about to say, it's like, yeah, that's your cue. Alright, so where do you guys think we should start?
We should probably get the costumes over and done with.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
So, we recently, might as well start with this, recently Smash had their final presentation, where they revealed 3 new characters, a couple new costumes, and I think that's it, actually.
Well, 2 new characters and more info on the 3rd.
Yeah, true. So, we might as well get the costumes out of the way. We got 2 new, no, what am I saying,
4.
2? I'm still, we got a lot of new costumes.
4 or 5.
There's, we'll start, how about we start with, Gino?
Yeah, I wait about what everyone kept saying, wanting Gino and Smash since, like, I would say Brawl.
Because, like, Nintendo basically just, like, forgot about him after Superstar Saga.
Well, I was sort of, like, hoping that it would be a mask instead of just, like, the costume.
Yeah, like a puppet mask or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it completely covers the eyes of your Mii, which is a little strange looking, but...
I mean, Johnny O is an abomination, so...
Yeah. What else was there?
Chocobo.
There's the Chocobo hat. There's not much to say about
it. So freaking adorable.
I wouldn't mind having one.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind having one in real life.
That's another discussion entirely.
Quack. Or walk.
Yeah.
There's also, Nipples the Enchilada and, Tails.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock knock, it's Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Yeah, let's see how many nicknames for Knuckles we can name off.
Shut up.
Or let's not do it at all. Okay.
Knuckles sandwich.
What's Knuckles sandwich? I like that.
Nipples
actually.
the Enchilada. Knuckles. Junkles.
Yeah. There was a couple of other ones that were mentioned. I don't remember what they were though.
What are the outfits? As you said, Tails and Knuckles. There was a 4th one, wasn't there?
I think so? I don't know. I have Smash up right now. We check the
It's
shop.
4. Actually, I always said 4 because there's Chocobo, Gino, Tails, and Knuckles. So it is.
Yeah, I guess. Just want to make sure of that quick.
Well, it's just more outfits. I don't really use outfits that much, so I might not get them. Might get maybe just Tails and Knuckles.
Yeah. No, I'll be honest with you. Like the Knuckles, like especially with the Mii that they use, looks a little creepy to be honest.
Now Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and Knuckles.
Well, at least
and Knuckles was trending a while back.
At least it's not the Sonic Boom Knuckles. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
This Knuckles didn't miss leg day.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I guess the next is really characters, because it's the main focus of this, really.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the one that's already out. Because Cloud is now in Smash Brothers.
But yes, yes.
I thought it was a joke at first.
Really?
Yeah, and then I saw the completionist do a little video on it.
I saw a lot of videos on it, like Game Explain when the direct was going on. I actually I missed that direct, and so when I went on, I was like, Cloud. I'm like, no, that's gotta be a joke.
Well, how's this for irony? Cloud in its first HD form, and it's on Nintendo.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But Nintendo's not getting the remake.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could put it on the NX.
Yeah, but we don't know too much about the NX still, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah. I'm just kind of disappointed there's no cross-dressing outfit as an alt.
No, they left that out.
I think it's probably for good reason, though.
I can't wait till the remake comes out just to see how that scene goes out in HD.
I still want to know what Bugenhagen is floating on.
Oh, that too.
But I do hope that whole episodic thing is not true.
It's true, but how they do it, they better do it well.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the base game is like $30, and then the rest is like maybe a few dollars.
I mean, why not just go like the 3-disc route, or even like maybe it's like only one by now. I mean, but
Blu-ray is supposed to be ridiculously have a lot of space, so I think we just need one Blu-ray. But
I think they're just trying to milk this. So
it's Final Fantasy VII. It's gonna sell no matter what.
Pretty much. But like the character is not the only thing we had to talk about, because we also got a stage with it, the final egg. I mean Midgar.
Why is there only 2 songs?
Well, at least they're good ones.
Yeah, but it's still just when you compare it to other stages and the other DLC stages, they have a lot more music than like this one.
Well, there's nothing saying it's just 2 songs. There might be discs you still have to pick up.
Is it because of Uematsu and his music and all that? Like, does he have the rights to the music? I don't really know.
He must have some rights to it.
That's what I'm gonna guess. That's why they probably could only have gotten 2, and at least they chose probably the best choices: the battle theme and the boss theme. Although I'm sad for the lack of One-Winged Angel.
But again, Nintendo and Sony have always had good relationships. Even Square Enix, like.
Yeah, Square, well, yeah, because originally Nintendo was going to have a deal with Sony way back during the times like the first disc-based console. They originally having plans of Sony to help make them it, but then they eventually quit on that and went with Philips, and we all know how that went.
Well, I mean, like,
oh boy.
Well, I mean, Nintendo first had Final Fantasy, and they still put Final Fantasy on their handheld, so.
Yeah, because Nintendo had Final Fantasies 1 through 6. It's not until N7 was originally planned for the N64, but space limitations and some other problems made it go to PS1.
And now what? Like 7 is on the iPod now?
7's on.
I don't think 7's on iOS. Actually, let me check.
7's on the PS1. No duh. PC. It's also a PlayStation Network thing for like PS3 and PS4. I think. I don't know if the PS4 has a lot of PlayStation Network stuff.
Because unless he was just joking, he told me he had it on his iPhone. Or.
Oh well, what do you know? It is on iPhone.
Oh, it is. Oh.
Man, I don't know. Do you think $18.99 is reasonable?
For Final Fantasy VII, you could get it cheaper. Steam sale, dude.
I guess it's worth it, but it'd be better to play it on an iPad.
Better to play it on a PC.
Yeah.
Because the PC versions has like no loading times.
Or like even like put it on your PSP.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
So, how about the stage in specific? How do you guys think of the stage?
I think it's pretty neat because like I like how they incorporated the summons into it, how it affects the stage instead of just being a background type thing.
I mean, they had to build that thing from the ground up, so that's pretty cool.
It's one of the more interesting DLC stages, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they had Knights of the Round in there.
Yeah, but then there will be no stage left.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thing though. I'm wondering, like, with all the doubles, like the clone characters, why didn't they put like Sephiroth as Cloud's clone? That would have been perfect.
Probably.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm kind of disappointed there's no Zack color alt.
Well, yeah, even Zack. I mean,
Zack would be an easy one. You just need a color palette swap.
Yes, it still does make me jump a little whenever you mention Zack, since that's my name, but...
That's my name, and my name
Zack's
again.
Zack's dead, so...
Yeah.
Then the call just ends.
Oh. I don't know. Wait. which way would you rather die, like Zack or like Aerith?
Zack seems more useful than Aerith.
Zack gets shot like a billion times. Aerith, it's just one stab, you're dead.
Yeah, at least he went up fighting though.
That's
If
true.
you're paying attention to the PSP remake, yes, but in the original PS1 Final Fantasy VII, he just gets shot a few times, and he gets shot again when he's down by two like soldiers.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, because like me and Zach recorded the Final Fantasy VII commentary, and we're done that. When
They're not supposed to know about that yet. That
Who
doesn't start for another
cares?
couple months.
they'll forget by the time it comes out. But anyways, yeah, I brought up like when we got to that point where I went on my way to show off the whole Zack backstory of Cloud and all that. It's like 2 Shinra soldiers kill Zack.
Yeah.
While in like Crisis Core, it's like a whole army of them. So okay, so that's Cloud and done over with. Let's start with the one I don't know. Wait, Anthony, how much of a fan of Fire Emblem are you?
I've been playing Fire Emblem, let's say, since the first release on the Game Boy Advance,
Oh,
where you play as Lindis.
Oh, Lynn.
Yeah.
She's the one that's the assist trophy in Brawl and Smash 4, isn't that her? Lynn, who's like the sword and like bends and then slashes.
Yeah, she has like the Indian garbs on almost.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So I guess since you're going to be the one that mostly has anything to say about that, because me and I don't know how much of Zach's ever going to plan to play Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I was about to say, just have fun listening to Kyle and Anthony talk for a bit, because I know basically nothing about Fire Emblem.
Well, basically, it's like, well, it is my favorite strategy RPG, but I haven't actually played any other games since like, what was it called, Shadow Dragon for the DS, and this new character, we don't know anything about him. Like the Japanese people in Japan know, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes. Something about Corn on the Cob, was it?
Corn, I think is his
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Corin.
Foreign,
his
yeah.
or her name. Because it could be a boy or a girl, so it's like Robin again.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
If you want to, actually, well, Anthony, if you want another good tactical RPG game like Fire Emblem, I would recommend a game called Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor. It's a tactical game like Fire Emblem, like how it works, but it has a bit of turn-based stuff inside of it as well. So I thought maybe, since you said you really like Fire Emblem.
Yeah, and the only reason always comes back to Smash. It's like the only reason I played it was because of Smash.
Yeah, Smash introduced everyone pretty much to Fire Emblem. In fact, I think we got the Melee before we got Fire Emblem.
Yeah, we only got Fire Emblem about a year after Smash Melee.
Yeah, so it's pretty much how most people in North America got introduced. There's not really much to say about the new kid because Fate isn't out over here yet.
Well, we still talk about what we saw, at least. Because, like, personally, like, Horan seems like a pretty interesting character to play as. This is, like, all, like, the custom moves that he has that, like, doesn't mirror any other character.
He is Dragonborn, Dovahkiin,
I like him better than Robin, so from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'm not good with like the magic long range.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of playing as Robin. He is probably my least favorite of the Fire Emblem characters to play as.
I'd have to go like with Some Call Me Johnny there, and his choice with Samus. That's basically my choice.
Rosalina for me.
Yeah, I tend to main Sonic pretty much. Yeah. And Sonic vs. Rosalina is really not that fun.
For you.
Because that's basically how like 90% of our matches go when we play with each other. It's like, it's just Sonic vs. Rosalina is just like, well, I'm ready to lose the match.
Well, it's because it's usually the first match we do, then we do the other play as other characters.
Yeah, but the end result for the first matches are almost always the same.
Well, it's funny because when I bought Smash 4, I had no idea about any of the downloadable characters at the time. I picked Samus going my first online match, and I'm fighting Ryu.
Oh.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, because I got Smash 4 at launch. Like, I got both the versions when they got launched out. So, I already knew that Mewtwo was on his way at that point in time. Because that was one of the bonuses. If you bought both versions, you get Mewtwo for free and early.
Yeah, you lucky shit.
Also get the soundtrack of Smash.
Yeah.
But yeah, now...
I only got the 3DS version because that's all I have, so...
Aren't you all high class with your soundtracks? We commoners have to torrent that stuff.
Bump zero.
Yeah.
But I don't have
what else?
so much to say about the Fire Emblem character really. Not the biggest fan of it, but looks interesting enough gameplay wise in Smash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was talking about the third character.
Oh my god! We have Bayonetta.
Well, here's the biggest bombshell and the biggest surprise.
Bombshell.
It's Ted, everybody.
Yeah, I guess this whole thing is completely busted now.
Oh, boy. You know, why don't we stop the pause and talk about the character?
Have either of you actually played Bayonetta?
No.
I owned the first one, and I enjoyed it. I mean, it's basically Devil May Cry, but
yeah,
a really busty girl with 4 guns.
And
Devil May fan service.
It's still most the hilarious thing if you play it on the Wii U and you use like
yes,
the Samus and Link outfit.
That's how I played. I have the Wii U version. So I got Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1, so...
I mean, well, yeah, I think that was really cool of Nintendo to include both games.
Yeah, for the price of one new, like, pretty much Bayonetta 2, you get 2 games. And you get new extra costumes in the Bayonetta 1. Playing as Link throughout that was awesome. It, like, changes them to rupees too.
You don't have enough rubies. I heard you mess up there.
My boy.
Oh, man, I just to like go on that tangent for a second. The CDI games are terrible, but they really are a treasure.
Their Let's Play was like the best thing ever.
Listen, Link, faces of evil.
It was great.
Oh,
Great.
Oh boy.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
Oh man.
But Bayonetta, because I played it, I'm actually surprised because that what did they do with the rating of the game? Because Bayonetta as a character is like the most sexualized character.
Very simple. If you paid attention to her actual trailer, they made sure when she uses her hair attacks that most of her costume is still intact.
And
I think the only thing that's missing is her like from her shoulder down and from her kneecap down.
Plus, you'd also have to explain having Solid Snake in Brawl when that series is completely end.
Yeah, well, Metal Gear Solid 1 I think was still M. But for Bayonetta as a character, like just seeing Sakurai trying to say like the name of the abilities and like the climax, they're like, oh my god, that's what it's called. And like, oh my god. This is hilarious because just trying to keep a serious face.
Like, Sakurai, you approve this?
Sakurai trips. Ow.
Oh,
this is what happens when we let Sakurai get high.
Oh man, like me and Moto gets high off of Fire Flower, so what does Sakurai get high off of?
Maximum Tomatoes.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one. Yeah. But like from what you see,
Zach. Your love or hate is not the issue. Eat your tomatoes.
No. But from what you see, Kyle, how close is it? His Bayonetta's moveset to Bayonetta's game.
Pretty pretty accurate, like what the attacks are, or not like how you use them. But,
yeah, it's almost 1-to-1.
Yeah, like the wicked weaves are there.
But considering you had to like put Bayonetta, which is a 3D game, onto a 2D like display of a game there.
Yeah, the only thing I've noticed that I think you're only gonna be using the guns like as a weapon. Unlike in like Bayonetta, you have other weapons. Like there's like swords, some other crazy weapons you use. But I think they're just gonna use the guns because that's the iconic weapon she uses.
Yeah,
I mean, there's always the custom moves as well. They could change that a bit.
yeah, they're only missing a few moves because again, you can only move her side to side. You can't do the whole three-dimensional movement.
But from what I've seen, she looks like she's gonna be overpowered. Like her count, like the witch time seems abusable as hell. I know items usually off in tournaments, but her final smash is ridiculous.
Like, although with the witch time, it does lose power every time you use it. Like you can't do it as long each time.
But that first time, though, Zach.
That's true.
First time's always special.
That can be taken so many different ways.
Well, with Bayonetta, it can only be taken one.
They'll give it to Nintendo for making her summons PG.
Oh man.
Zach, you have an Xbox 360. Get Bayonetta 1.
I would, but my wallet says otherwise.
It's a cheap game probably by now.
It's $5 to $10 almost now.
Well, my wallet has none, so...
Wait for Christmas.
True. That's true.
That's what I'm going to have to do, mainly with Cloud, mainly just because money. And I thought, well, it's so close anyways, I might just wait for Christmas to get him.
Sakurai and Miyamoto, give me your money.
Yeah. That's how Nintendo's been doing DLC like the past year or so. It's pretty much, give us your money. Now.
Okay, one thing I do want to pick up, if they do make one, is a Cloud amiibo.
They are.
Yeah, they already said they have them in the works.
Same with Bayonetta, and I got 2 amiibos I'm planning to get now.
Yeah, but when you really think about it, Bayonetta is really, really detailed, so it's not going to look all that great.
I might as well just give Nintendo like a direct feed into my bank account.
Pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
I got an amiibo so far with like all my mains of the characters I main in Smash, like Rosalina, Shulk, Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah.
And
I just have the amiibo I want because I don't have anything I can really use them on, so I just have Luigi and Sonic.
I actually have 2 Rosalinas, actually. One's still in its case.
Yeah, you lucky shit.
There he goes with that upper class stuff again.
I think like the reason he can boast about that is like, well, actually no, wait, no, you're in Canada too, you know that. Because like for the American viewers that are watching, Target basically doesn't exist in Canada anymore. It did for a little bit, but then it just kind of moved.
Kind of left like right before the Rosalina amiibo was released.
Bye, Canada.
Yeah, it's like also, what are they supposed to be replacing them with? There's like just empty targets all over the place.
Depends on who pays for the spot.
Well, everyone's buying everyone out. Like here in New Brunswick, like in my town, we got our Future Shop bought out by Best Buy. So.
Best Buy.
Yeah. What else?
The best stuff
like,
you'll never buy.
Yeah, because first Zellers was gone, which they replaced with Target, and now Target is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you still got Walmart.
There's one more thing to talk about, actually. The stage for Bayonetta, the clock, like the falling.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From what I've seen from the image they showed, it looks like it has a decent music selection. I still wish they would. I don't know if there's. Don't remember them all. I don't recall if they had the battle theme. Well, there's technically more than one. The Fly Me to the Moon battle theme was one of my favorites from Bayonetta 1. I think it was like Fly Me to the Moon Climax is what it was called. Yes, there's a lot of sexual innuendos there.
With Bayonetta, that's basically inevitable.
I think the entire there's a fuck ton of lot.
Miyamoto is struggling with words.
Yeah.
Please understand.
So just for the hell of it, is there anything non-Smash that we want to discuss?
Well, there's nothing really new on Kingdom Hearts 3 still, so that's kind of...
you guys discuss the new ports coming out for the Wii U?
For...
Legend of Zelda and...
Twilight Princess?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those. I kind of forgot about those.
I might get it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Legend of Zelda, and Twilight Princess, from its design standpoint, doesn't really interest me that much. It looks kind of bland.
I mean, the HD version ups the graphics a bit, but it's really not necessarily that noticeable.
I sort of want the Toon Link, Wolf Link.
Amiibo?
Midnight.
Now I just see Midnight is on top of Toon Link.
I claim this territory from all of the Twilight Realm.
I'd buy that amiibo.
They're getting into the risque amiibos now.
Oh, once they get the Bayonetta. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, when going back to the amiibos, remember what Peach's amiibo originally looked like?
Oh. Where
she actually had panties, and then when they finally actually released the thing, it kind of just was dress. Oof.
That's too much detail.
It's like solid block of pink. Ow.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking that Japan probably got the really extremely detailed ones.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Anything?
How about Sega just not saying anything about any new Sonic game?
Next year, anniversary game most likely.
I don't know. Ever since Sonic Boom, they've been just doing mobile stuff, and the Sonic Runners isn't the best game I've ever played.
Well,
ever since Sonic Boom, Sonic boomed.
Well, we know there's a Boom sequel coming out.
Yeah.
The Fire and Ice thing, or whatever.
You're not supposed to talk about that.
You mean Evaporation?
Yes.
But that's honestly the only good thing that came out of Boom was the TV show.
And the comics, if you ever read them, you should probably give them a chance.
Getting into the comics, I don't know where to start in the recent stuff. That's the thing. I have some of the older stuff, beginning of comics.
I'm gonna be right back. I just had to check something quick. You guys keep talking.
Or we can just make an awkward silence. Though I'm disappointed that it's finally over.
I was loving all the Smash DLC and stuff, and I missed the Mario Kart DLC stuff. I want more of that too.
I know the game's been out a while, but I feel like it hasn't.
Yeah. It's already been over a year since Smash 4 came out. Cause that was November of last year?
And now we're gonna have to wait 5, 6, maybe longer for the next one.
For the next Smash Brothers? Oh, god damn it.
Which Sakurai says that's not happening.
Probably won't be happening. I don't know. He said multiple times before that he doesn't want to make another Smash game, but then he does.
He likes how the Wii and Wii U print out money.
So much. Just, it says that we're already getting, the Nintendo has to do the next console already, even though the Wii U's only been out for 3 years.
Well, I've been hearing reports, I've seen it on a few gaming article websites, and I've seen it on Facebook, that they're supposed to be bringing Super Mario Galaxy to the Wii U.
Oh, like a like a download like Galaxy 2 is?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's kind of weird that they have Galaxy 2 but not Galaxy 1 on there.
You know, it would have been like the perfect opportunity to like. It would have been the perfect opportunity to bundle both Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 together in one like package.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Am I still here for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, my headset just did this weird thing where it sounded like it was going to explode, so I got a little worried.
Oh, you have experience of things blowing up in your face?
It sounded like some weird, like, staticky radio frequency type thing that it just turned off. I feel like I should know what you're referring to.
But anyways, the release date for the Bayonetta and the Fire Emblem character, that's in February, I think?
Yes.
So we gotta wait till February for those two. Cloud's out now. Go get it now. What are you doing? What are you watching this video? You should be going on your virtual console, like stuff, we use eShop, whatever, and get it.
You said everything but what you needed to go on.
I know.
You could probably just go straight onto the game and.
Yeah, so you have to connect. You have to connect to the eShop, but anyways.
Yeah, but you can still get it directly to the game.
As long as the servers don't overload and they get causes issues.
Yeah, really.
I'm surprised that Johnny and them were able to get it pretty easily.
Yeah.
I was wondering what was happening with Sega and their whole bringing Sonic 3 to mobile systems.
Oh, Sonic. I see. Yeah.
But that seemed to have gone quiet.
Yeah. It kind of sucks. I mean, I also would like to see them do.
Did you see that bit of news where they wanted to, where fans wanted to do a petition for a new Dreamcast?
A new Dreamcast.
Oh.
Yeah, if you look it up, it looks all modernized and everything.
Hang on.
And then its launch game would be Adventure 3.
Like there's like a whole petition on change.org for this Dreamcast.
Oh man.
But petition, I don't know if a petition would be enough to make a console because they need money to make a console.
Sega doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Sega doesn't have games anymore because they let's see, how often do they use other games other than Sonic?
And Sonic hasn't had the best track record.
I found the change.org site and putting it in the chat now.
I mean, with Sega should realize they have other series they could use, like Knight, Jet Set Radio, Rise Star, Vector.
No, remember Knight waves the flag.
Yeah,
That's his job.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, he's playable.
The second one, Rise Star.
Well, yeah, Rise Star is the thing in the second one.
Gets a flag bag is sweet. What Rise Star is.
Same with Knights. We don't know what gender Knights is.
If I'm like to go on on a tangent here, it's like Sega has had it good with Sonic for a long while, but they don't know when to keep a good thing going. Like, I mean,
oh, you like the boost mechanics? Let's get rid of that and try something new.
Well, like boost mechanics? Let's try parkour.
I mean, they came out with Sonic Unleashed, and that was getting us out of the Dark Ages. Then they came out with Colors, great, and then they decided that they were going to wait for a bit, and they come out with Generations, even better. And then what did they come out with after that? Oh, Sonic Boom. And Sonic Lost World.
Lost World first. Actually, before Lost World, it would be Sonic 4 Episode 2. Then, yeah. But
out of curiosity, I don't know if you guys will care about this topic, but like, do you? Can't word this right. Do you guys even like the storybook games?
Like Secret Rings and Black Knight?
Yeah.
I like
Black Knight, maybe.
I like.
What's your opinion on it? Is what I was trying to say.
Secret Rings controls make it unplayable to me, but Black Knight improved it, made it playable. Not great, but entertaining.
Like Secret Rings was enjoyable for what it tried to do, but I didn't like the whole mission structure.
Oh, the mission structure of the game.
Let's see what you got.
Make believe reborn. Every few minutes.
God. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Although at least Black Knight has a song I really like. Is the main theme of that game that they have in Smash 4. What was it called again? Something Night of the Wind, I think.
Yeah.
Night of the Wind. Yeah, I love that song.
So do I. It's so good.
That was in Generations 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And that's another thing Sega didn't capitalize on. It's like, they get Generations, they could have added DLC, stages.
Like from older games too. Oh, that would have been amazing. Also,
well, we don't hope for like a Generations 2 or something.
The only thing that I think they missed out on doing on Generations, like in the main game, is to make more little references and poke fun at stuff in the previous games, like references. Like they only did like a few of those early on, like how Tails like mentions that I don't remember this place with the Green Hill because Tails never went to Green Hill in Sonic.
Unless you count like multiple games that just star Tails.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like Sonic 1 and in Sonic 2, Tails remembers like has a vague memory of it and like.
I never forget it smelled like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sega was maybe this is a good thing though because Sega was slowly starting to become the next Capcom, focusing only on one title and leaving the other ones like, nope, they're not our priority.
Well, with Capcom, it's more like two. There's Street Fighter and Resident Evil.
Yes, because we all need another Ultra Street Fighter 4 arcade edition.
Well, hey, Ace Attorney's still going.
Oh, well, Ace Attorney, yeah. But when you think of the ones that, when most people think Capcom, it's usually Street Fighter and Resident Evil nowadays.
But Japan gets all of it. You know,
there's also the cool thing that
games.
There's also the cool thing I want to mention is the new Project Cross Zone. They have a Phoenix Wright in that, which is almost like a selling point in it. Like, I almost want to get it just for that fact.
Because Nick's in it.
Yeah.
You're gonna make Ted cry.
But the thing is the fact that you missed out on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because Nick in that.
I know. I'm pretty sure I voted for Nick for the Smash Battle, to be honest.
I recall correctly. I don't remember the exact game, but I think one of the games originally was planned to have both Nick and like Frank Siska in it because Frank Siska could work in it, but because they couldn't get Nick to work with Frank Siska, yes, but because Frank Siska is kind of a side character and not as popular, they decided not to.
You know who I voted for? I voted for King K. Rool, and then what did they give me? They gave me a costume.
Poor soul.
How cruel.
Not that Donkey Kong Country hasn't been getting love lately, because the two new games have done all right, actually.
Returns and Tropical Freeze?
Yeah.
I've not necessarily been one for the Donkey Kong Country games. I just don't really haven't played them a lot, so.
I'm just getting sick of all the Congo jungle music playing. Like, how many versions of that there are? Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum.
Yeah, that's just literally like
Donkey Kong songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess you could always watch like the cartoon show if you really want Donkey Kong Country. Yeah,
I love that show, but for the wrong reasons.
And then Canada gets blamed.
Yeah, Banana Slammer.
But then Americans praise Reboot, and then they forget where it comes from.
From Canada, yeah, Reboot. I have that entire series on DVD, and I grew up with that show, and it still remarkably holds up well.
Oh, Buzz Pleasants can't afford that.
It's not even that expensive. It's 2 DVD box sets. That's all it is.
Future me renamed this discussion from Smash Discussion to General Discussion.
Yeah, but yeah, well, and Reboot came first. That was like the first full TV show, CG TV show.
Okay, we've definitely completed the tangent part.
Wait, this was tangent? I thought we just went off to talk about other things.
We've synced up with Brain Scratch.
Yeah.
BSC, bullshit commentaries?
Yeah, the BS crew.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I think Lewis mentioned something like that a long time ago. Mentioned it, like, why doesn't it being called the BS crew? Because it sounds like it's the bullshit crew.
Yes. Somebody they called that out during their panel. It's just like someone like in like the bag is like the BS crew. It's like yeah, the BS crew.
It's not wrong. They do bullshit a lot.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna be a weird tidbit, but like since the Brain Scratch's most recent playthrough, Sonic Adventure 2, what are each of your guys' thoughts on Adventure 2?
Anthony, you start.
Let's see.
Oh, this is
I put him on the spot. Oh no.
Oh no, yes, I wasn't prepared. Where are my notes? Compared to their first Let's Play, their opinions definitely have changed. I mean, they can all agree it's an aged game.
I think he's going more along the lines of what are your opinions on the actual game.
Myself, I haven't done a full playthrough of the game since I bought it on the Xbox Live Arcade like about 2 years ago.
Mm.
My opinions haven't like really changed because I didn't own a Dreamcast growing up. I didn't own a GameCube, so I wasn't able to experience Sonic Adventure 1 and even 2 not until they came out onto the Xbox Live Arcade.
Mm-hmm. Like save here, like it was only like a couple years ago that I actually found Sonic Adventure 2 for GameCube, so like, I didn't really grow up with that game. Like,
I find it kind of funny how I got Adventure DX while Zach was able to get Adventure 2 Battle. So we come together and we get both.
Yeah, they would do a place they wanted bitches about how we like Soul 6 better than Sonic Adventure 2.
And I was always a Nintendo fanboy. Like my first system was the actual Nintendo, then the Super Nintendo, and then oddly enough a PlayStation.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of point. That point was like where a lot of people did go to Sony for a while, like join from the Super Nintendo to that.
Mm-hmm. Like the first console I ever had was an NES, but that's because my dad had it because that's a long story I'm not going to get into, but he had it, which he gave to me, and it was basically I got further than him and my brothers than he did, and that was World 1.
Well, I remember the only reason I got to experience a Sega Genesis was because of my uncle. I was able to play Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, and Toy Story.
Ooh, the Toy Story Sega Genesis game. Ooh, I like that one.
Like, I have a whole bunch of Genesis games and cables, but I don't have the actual system. And the only reason I have it is because I live in an apartment, and one of my tenants moved out and just left a whole bunch of games here. So it's like, alright, I'll take them.
Great. Strangely enough, it always comes back to an uncle.
It's always an uncle. Well, not in my case. My uncles don't really do much, like regarding the game.
My uncle's nice. I don't see him an awful lot.
Well, is that wait? You didn't really actually say it's just like what your opinions on Adventure 2 or Anthony, because you just like said how you got like your experience. Like,
it's like comparing it to Adventure 1, it's got its problems definitely. Like, if there's one thing I really don't like about Adventure 2, I'll be perfectly honest, it's the somersault. Not only does it, like, I'm so used to, like, just mashing spin dash in Adventure that now when I just press it, I do, like, this weird roll thing. It's like, what am I doing here? What is this?
Oh, no.
Well, one thing I noticed with both games, actually, and it was worsened. Somehow they worsened it in Sonic Adventure 2, but the music drowns out the voices.
Adventure 1 had that too, but
Something about the Adventure series. They didn't necessarily do like the translation well. They did the translation okay. It's just that the pacing of the translation didn't work.
Well, it's not Sonic 06 bad.
I'll make you eat those words.
Yeah, it's just like, ha, you're not even good enough, Steve. I'll make you eat those words.
They literally cut themselves off. Yeah,
sometimes they actually cut themselves off.
I think Sonic did. I think it was Sonic. Someone did.
Hey, Tails, are you having a seizure?
I wonder what happened to Sonic.
Then his lips flap for another few minutes.
Yeah, my one problem with Adventure, well, one of my many problems with Adventure 2, is the Knuckles treasure hunting stages. First of all, they messed up the whole radar, because in Adventure 2 you can only follow one at a time instead of all three, which Adventure 1 did. And also the stages are way too big.
I'll just go and say this now. I hate the mech stages.
It's like Gamma, but clunky.
I can stand the treasure hunting sections, but when I got into Sonic Adventure 2, when you get to the longer ones, they just never end.
Yeah, that's like...
You and Kyle got the same opinion on that, pretty much.
Mad space. That is all.
I mean, they're not extremely bad once you know the levels, but they're still bad.
Mad space, no matter how you like the level, you're probably gonna have trouble just because of gravity.
And then you get the people that play the game, both games actually, just for the Chow Garden.
I can't believe people actually do that. It's kind of weird to me.
Well, you need to do the Chow Garden if you want to get all the emblems.
Ugh. Don't even. Yeah, you want Green Hill? Oh goddamn. You're gonna have to master the game.
You want Green Hill? You better like those little blue guys.
But I prefer Adventure 1 miles over Adventure 2.
I compared. I actually went back and I watched the Sonic Adventure 1 Let's Play and the 2 Let's Play on Super Gaming Brothers, and yeah, Johnny's opinions have changed quite a bit.
Yeah, speaking of that playthrough, I think Matt's little joking about Knuckles basically explains why the radar is messed up in Adventure 2. It's just Knuckles got zapped by lightning, it screwed up his Emerald radar.
Well, and that he has a fetish for beating up chows.
That's gonna be the worst way to word that.
Did they do that playthrough before Johnny did his review?
I have no idea.
Well,
let me look it up.
Well, it depends. Are we talking? We are talking about the one with Matt. So the original one is a lot older.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about his more recent one, when he did the 3D games again, later on.
Yeah, the Chow abuse. Let's see.
Let me look this up here.
I think the reason I just hate Adventure 2 so much is just because, the only enjoyable parts to me are the Sonic and Shadow stages, and there's only, 7 or 8 of those? Because I think Shadow only has 4 levels.
Well, I find the mechs extremely slippery in SA2.
Yeah, I had that issue too.
There's times when I swear I jumped and I didn't. I just fall.
Okay, Johnny's Adventure review was November 12th, 2012. Adventure DX playthrough on SGB was 2013.
Oh, so it was before.
Oh, jeez.
What else is there? Well, while we're still on Sonic, I already know Kyle's. You don't know Kyle's opinion, but I know Kyle's opinion. What's your opinion on Sonic 06?
My opinion on Sonic 06, well, let's see. I got introduced to Sonic 06 because of Clement, and I watched his long review.
It's freaking, pretty fucking long. It's 3 hours long.
and I couldn't believe it. I did not want to believe that a game could be that bad. So I went out to buy it. I had to spend $12 on that game. I go and pop it into my 360. I'm all amped up because I love the intro. And then all of a sudden I start playing and my smile goes down slowly. And then I get a game over, and that's not the worst part because I forgot to save. I didn't know anything about the saving. And I had to go through the intro again, and I turned off my 360, and I don't think I've touched it ever again.
You go first, Zach.
I mean, it's not good, but it's not necessarily terrible either. It's like, I have higher opinions after playing it than I did seeing it. Because, I mean, all in all, it's not terrible, it's just not good.
I mean, I love it more for the music than I love it for the game.
That's the Sonic series in a nutshell. The soundtrack is usually consistently really good, with maybe one or two exceptions.
Or for your case, the entirety of the Knuckles Stages adventure too.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of that rap. I don't see the appeal. And also, I was mainly talking about Sonic Chronicles.
But it, reminds me of, Will Smith rapping, you know?
Oh, man. I was going to actually ask this question during the Sonic 4 Episode 2 playthrough, but I might as well just get it out of the way now. What is... I don't know if you guys have played a lot of it, but, what is your favorite Sonic fan game? And I'm not counting ROM hacks or any kind of alteration to an already existing game. I mean, an actual fan-made game.
Well, I've only played one. I can't remember what it was called, but its style was heavily based on Sonic Advance.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's Ultimate Sonic Flash or something.
Yeah, Sonic Flash or something like that.
Yeah, it's the levels are based off of Advance 2.
Yeah, it's a pretty short one.
Yeah. I don't play many Sonic fan games like that.
My favorite has to definitely be Big's Fishing Derby.
Oh, that's a mod. Yeah, that's a mod. But yeah,
that's a mod. I guess that technically counts. But how about an actual fan game, not on a system, on computer?
Not many people play those.
I don't know. I think I'd have to go with Kyle and say the Sonic Flash game.
Yeah, well, when I say this, it might ring some bells in your mind. But my favorite Sonic fan game is Sonic Robo Blast 2.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about. Is it a 3D one?
Yeah. I mean, it's not it's its own thing basically, just with Sonic assets basically.
I haven't actually played much ROMs even when I had a laptop, even before this one. It wasn't very stable. It was so bad that I couldn't really play any mod almost. And I played the Sonic Flash game that was back in high school, and it got me introduced to the Sonic Advance series because I wanted to know where that graphical style and gameplay was from.
I believe I played that fan game, the Flash game, I want to say middle school.
Yeah, you know what? In middle school, I downloaded Sonic Adventure onto the school computers.
But back to the Sonic 06 thing. The only reason I like it so much is other than Silver, I despise Silver's playthrough.
You mean Pothead the Porcupine?
Yeah, Pothead the Porcupine. After I beat you, smoking.
After I smoke it, I will destroy you.
But yeah, Sonic Story, I find, I'm with Johnny on the Sonic Story. I find it really enjoyable overall. I find the even though Knuckles' wall climbing is glitchy as hell in 06, it's still better to find emerald shards around the stage.
I mean, I wouldn't say they would technically benefit from making a remake of that game, but it would probably be a much easier game for me to stomach.
Port it to the PC. Port it to the PC. Come on.
Remake it for the PC, rather. Don't port it, because that might not do much.
I mean, what's with Sega's reputation with, they go to launch an anniversary title and it's always rushed.
Yeah, I don't understand. Wait, I know why you laughed.
Boo!
Yes, that was very bad. I forgot what I was just saying now, god damn it.
Mission accomplished.
And so is somebody blew out the flame. Nope, can't remember shit.
But yeah, Shadows, even though slower than Sonic, I still like the combat. I find it's not boring. I find it enjoyable enough. Not as fun as Sonic's, but still pretty fun. It's just Silver I despise. Because with Silver, you got like, it takes forever to get anywhere, and killing enemies, especially early on, is a pain in the ass. I think at the beginning you have to like literally go up to them and then like whack them with
fish slap them. Yeah.
So I don't think it's like till later when you get that ground pound type thing, which can weaken them, and then you can just use your powers.
Don't forget the multiple different ways to go into space.
Well, this is also why we have the Unleashed project.
And there's also Unleashed project is the only recent way I'd play Unleashed. Although fun fact, Zach for the longest while never beat Eggman Land. I go over to his place once. I beat.
Yeah, and you break it.
No, not that. But I beat Eggman Land for him.
Yeah, but first what happened was something. I don't know what happened really, but like I guess
I skipped.
I don't want to call it a sequence break, but you did something weird where a switch that opens the door didn't activate properly, so we basically got soft locked a half hour into the stage.
It was pretty much at the end of the level. I'm like, no.
Oh.
That was not.
And then I had to get us all the way back there.
And then I continued from there. So I wanted to be the one that could say I beat it. And I did. Although I kept getting like knocked into like a combo against the giant ones because they kept blue shockwave thing hits me down. Then I get up as soon as the next shockwave comes to hit me back down.
Well, personally, my first experience with Sonic Unleashed was like the Wii port.
Oh, the PS2 Wii port thing? Yeah.
But then a few years later, I played the HD version, and really, I think the whole werehog thing is more overblown than it should be.
It wasn't necessary.
It wasn't necessary, but I mean, they put a lot more effort into the werehog than they put into the fighting mechanics, if you can call them that, in Sonic Boom.
They didn't put any thought into Sonic Boom.
They
did, but
Sega
it didn't work. No, Sonic Team didn't make Boom.
Yeah, it was the Staples button that made Sonic Boom.
What kind of pisses me off is that the fact that the people who made Boom, both like Boom, I think it was the console one was Big Red Button, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the one has people who used to work for Naughty Dog.
Yep.
And apparently they didn't make a good game, which is weird because
they obviously didn't work on the Crash.
Or the Jack and Daxter and that.
Yeah, they were all the bad part of Naughty Dog. Yeah.
They were on that side that's kept quiet, you know.
The ones who kept denying the ideas, like, hey, let's make him crash maybe guns. No.
Then Sonic Team decides to pick up that idea.
The Shadow.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. What's better, Shadow or Shadow the Hedgehog or Sonic 06?
06.
I'm gonna have to go with Shadow, actually.
Really?
The game.
I mean,
it's basically Sonic Heroes, but with Shadow and guns and
ice under his feet.
The gameplay isn't horrible. Like, I can actually stand playing that game.
If you're going to neutral pathway, I would agree. But as soon as you do those other pathways, you need to kill exactly 45 gun soldiers. How many are in the stage? 45.
Actually, there are certain levels that don't do that. I think it was like Black Comet was one of them, where you had to kill 50 gun robots, but there actually is more than 50.
Wait, Black Comet, isn't that the level with the computer room? No, wait, no.
No, that is the Final Rush ripoff.
And
Black Comet is the one with the Aiden stores.
And I'm probably gonna get like lynched in the comments, but my favorite 3D Sonic game is actually Sonic Heroes.
Heroes? I don't hate Heroes. I actually like Heroes. It's
I can see where you're coming from with that, yeah.
my only problems with Heroes is that you're playing through the same levels 4 times, just with slightly different character moves and that.
The levels are like maybe slightly different. They maybe add like cool boxes and enemies, or they make the level shorter
In Amy's case.
as far as Amy's story.
Yeah.
And then the Chaotix, you got mission mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want like a city escape mod for like Sonic Generations, but instead of like the gun truck, it's like a yellow bus, a huge yellow bus.
Oh! You want the Sonic hacking contest mod?
Oh yeah.
Crazy Bus.
And then,
I know for the longest time I've been tempted to like get like a Thomas the Train Engine toy and a bus toy and send it to Johnny and says the Sonic hacking contest is high.
and then like just like to like top off the mod, just like have Miss Frizzle and all the students in the bus.
Oh man.
On the school bus.
Where will we fit in Thomas though?
Thomas. No.
Well, here's another thing that involves Thomas. Did any of you see Ant-Man?
Ant-Man? No. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know what scene you're talking about. I saw it on the advertisement.
Well, there's also another scene where they're still fighting each other, Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man, and all of a sudden they're using the Pym particles, and the Thomas the Tank Engine toy just like smashes out of one side of the house, and the eyes are like circling around her over and over again. And the police show up, and they don't know what to think.
Okay.
My favorite 3D Sonic game? Oof. I think I gotta go with Generations. I mean, it's either Generations or probably Adventure 1 or Colors. One of those 3.
Personally, I can't really choose a favorite necessarily. It's like they all have their ups and downs.
A lot of them
And all around.
up and down and all around.
Had to fit that in somewhere. But
Though Sonic Adventure, just to get back onto that topic, did impress me when I got it on the Xbox Live Arcade. I mean, I never played any of the 3D ones besides Unleashed before that, and I actually had fun. It was like the closest experience I had to like Sonic 1 and 2, but just 3D.
Yeah, Adventure does that. Like, I think Adventure's one of the few like the 3D games that really feel like a classic Sonic game in 3D. Like it still has the feel to it. Other than maybe like Speed Highway, which is like one of the few levels that I think doesn't fit a classic Sonic game that much.
I mean, it has everyone's favorite character too, Big the Cat.
Oh, Foggy. Foggy, where are you?
Honestly, I don't really understand. I don't actually understand why they had all the big cameos in Adventure 2.
Voiced by Duke Nukem.
Forgot about that.
Foggy, it's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum. I've got balls of steel.
I can just picture like Duke Nukem now, just like looking for Froggy.
Oh man, I remember. I think it was like it wasn't a year ago. I don't think, but they had that Sonic stream where they actually had the voice actor on there, and I actually made a comment. I got him to make a conversation between Duke Nukem and Big Cat. That was my contribution.
And we have hit the 1 hour and 6 minute mark.
Yeah, we have. We should probably stop talking so we can actually have some things to talk about during Sonic 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you get your USB over here.
Well, are you done recording it or no?
I can easily finish. I have only like one part, like just a stage and the final Death Egg.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll be sure to bring my USB over tomorrow then.
Yeah, so I can put it on there, and we can record that night, tomorrow night, probably.
Alrighty, so thank you all for sticking with us for an hour.
For whatever we're talking about anymore.
Yeah. I'm officially naming this video tangent discussion. Just because like it was Smash for a while there, and then we just went off.
We ran out of things to say.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, stuff like that. There, whatever it is you people do when you're not watching videos. And we'll see you guys next time.